Hello everyone, and welcome to another segmented edition of the best advice ever. Now, since this is my first video since introduction, I am filming in lovely Honolulu, Hawaii. Later on I'll show you a few video pictures of the beaches and things like that, but right now I'm a little late on getting this video out because I just couldn't seem to get the right topic and keep it in place, So, the topic I've chosen today is about families and about foundations, about communities, okay? And over in Hawaii we call it ohana. And what's great about Hawaii is what I believe small towns, that knows everybody, when they're living on the prosperity and the loving side and the positive side of things, is everyone knows everyone, everyone treats everyone as if they were all blood related. Okay? So over in Hawaii, what they do is if someone is the same age as you, they are auntie or uncle. Excuse me. If they're the same age as you, they're brother sister. If they're older, they're auntie uncle. And it's a wonderful thing because when you just come right out and say Auntie, Sophia, or Uncle, Ku, or whatever, it already gives you that bond, and stuff like that. And it's a very warm feeling, you know what I mean? And that's to strangers also. They're very loving, very warm people. Unless you piss them off. Then it's a whole other story. But anyway, so the reason why I chose this topic is because there are so many topics that are about negativity, about destruction, about fear, And so I wanted to have more of a positive influence out there, okay? So, what's the basis of all societies? Is families, okay? Mothers, fathers, children's, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma, grandpa, all that, alright? Is families. When you break up a family, it's the breakup of a foundation of a civilization of people. Okay? The next thing is communities. And a community is an extension of your family. Okay? Excuse me. So, what I've observed is that the breaking apart of families is happening a lot. And I'm not putting down getting divorced. There are people out there that probably that should get divorced, things like that. There are times it just doesn't work out anymore, for whatever reason. Okay, so I'm not someone that says, hey, you got married to him, you should just stay with him anyway and just live with your mistake. It's not a mistake. Okay, we all have different ways of doing things and different experiences to go through. What I am saying is that communities are breaking down because families are being torn apart and it's hard for them to get back together, where you'll have a mother and father that have to work for anywhere from 1 to 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, just to be able to get the basic necessities of housing, food, electricity, water, internet nowadays, paying for a school bus to come pick up your kid, and stuff, because you can't go take them to school, pretty much having the influence of their friends and neighbors and the school, raise your child. Parents don't have the influence that they used to have, that they should have. And I'm not talking about just a stay-at-home mom, okay, or a stay-at-home dad. When you're working 2 to 3 jobs each, that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for family time, much less being with your spouse or being with your friends, and things like that. I mean, when it used to be when you got old, the family would take you in and take care of you after that, The brothers and sisters would come in and take care of grandma and grandpa or auntie and uncle if they didn't have any kids, And it was a community. Everyone did their part for communities. If you had homeless poor people on the street, there was always someone there, to kind of help them out and stuff. If they'd had no family, they'd feed them or whatever, or maybe might even build a place for them to live and stuff, so that they wouldn't go homeless, or at least be able to help them get by. And if someone was sick, the neighbor came over and helped you out, with your kids or whatever it is that you needed help. And when you were sick, maybe another neighbor will come over and do the same for you. It wasn't just because you helped me, I'm going to help you. It was one of those things. Whatever you had to spare, then you spared it. If you had plenty, why not give to others? And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about time. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about, just that basic of being a human being. Oh, and another thing that separates people and causes hate and discontent is this whole race thing, okay? There is only one race, okay? The human race. You're all human. And if you want to start separating yourselves or having other people separate you because of the skin pigmentation, dude, that's just nuts. If I could be purple, I would be purple with some blue-green hair, okay? Absolutely. Do people look at me funny because it's not normal? Yeah. Do I care? No. Absolutely not. Because when I look in the mirror, I have to be able to say, hey, I'm proud of who I am, I love me, and I'm going to keep doing what I do. Now, does that mean that I should just walk all over people and step on people, and be hateful to them because I want to be all about me? No. It means that the choices I make, I can be proud of myself. I can respect myself. If someone else doesn't respect me, then I'm not living up to that other person's expectations. I'm not living up to what that other person believes that I should be. Okay? I'm being who I need to be. And I allow others to be who they're going to be. And that'll be a completely other segment. But anyway, so with the breaking down of families and then the breaking down of communities, and then there's the, we're being taught that we are not responsible for our actions. And that's another breakdown. So anyway, to end this little segment, think about your families. Think about your actions, okay? Because the only way things can change is if you change them. You don't need to go out and change the world. If you see a homeless person, I don't know, maybe you go to the grocery store, have a little bag of groceries, and stick it off on the side. I do that over here, and all I gotta do is go to the bus stop, alright? There's always someone that needs something. You don't have to give money, you don't have to give food, you can give time, alright? There are children out there that need mentors, alright? Mentor your own children. Help mentor someone else's child if you have none, if that's what you choose to do. There are lots of things to do, and just have loving thoughts, and bring love and acceptance and allowing, with everything you do. Anyway, thank you for another segment and for listening, and hopefully I'll have another video out before too long. I'm going to be moving off, so anyway, enjoy.